Hey, besties.
Hey.
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
We're glad you guys are joining us this Tuesday, doing something a little bit different. We're having tea time. So, got a little charcuterie board. Just gonna hang out, chill, talk, and grab a drink. Grab yourself some snackies and just hang out with us for a little while.
Yeah, tea time with the besties.
Tea time with the besties. So, for starters, what's new with you? What's going on in today's world?
I guess not a whole lot. School's back in session, so just in the swing of life, kind of getting back into that routine, which I prefer to summertime routine. Summertime feels a little like scattered. Yeah, everything's just a little all over the place. I have been doing much better with like my personal fitness journey and that whole thing. Decided that I want to start training for marathons.
You have, I'm proud of you.
That's super exciting. Got the all clear from my ortho, that I'm good to proceed without caution. And other than that, I think that's about it in terms of like life.
Good. Yeah, I too am also getting into the back to school routine. A little different this year versus how it was last year. My kid's school has added an additional grade, and because of that, it has made the parent pickup drop-off line ridiculous. And parents, if you know, you know.
I don't think any school has like no drop-off pickup disasters.
It's already a beast, but it's even worse now. So I'm having to leave much earlier, which means my kids are getting up much earlier, but everything's just been pushed up. But it's cool. We're in our groove now, so that's good. Life has been lifing, still been trying to keep up with my meditation and Spanish lessons and working out and just grinding it out with my little side businesses and living.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Happy to report things are uneventful for both of us.
Things are uneventful. Yes, that's always good.
Yeah, no news is good news sometimes.
Yeah. So in the midst of all that, have you been able to start watching any new shows or anything? Or
I did.
Really?
So one of the shows I started watching is called Sisters. It's from BET.
Yeah.
It's a Tyler Perry show.
You got me on that one.
I was
turned me on to it.
Locked in.
You were.
I know it's not a new show, but it's new to me. I don't generally watch that kind of content for like TV shows, like drama based.
Okay, I was like, and what do you mean?
Yeah, more on the drama side, like messy boots type things. I'm more like Law and Order. It's like action or murder mystery type stuff.
I would consider that drama. Law and Order and stuff, SVU and all that. Is that not drama?
No, it's like crime TV. I mean, it has drama in it, but it's like true. Well, yeah, I mean, just like books, they have multiple genres that they fall into, but this is like all drama. That's what it is.
Got it, yeah.
So it's not usually my go-to, but on TikTok, I started watching some of the clips, and then I got a little locked in, and I started watching it, and it's just so messy that I'm here for it. I kind of fell off. Because I started watching also the Boondocks, which also isn't a new show. And when I was first told about it, because my cousin's like, oh, you should watch this show when it first came out. And I was like, I looked at it, I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and watch cartoons.
Yeah.
Like, this is before I even fell into anime. And recently I just said, you know what, let me just try it. And it's so good. It's hilarious. It's so funny. I love everything about it. I wish that I've pulled back because I know that there aren't any more as of right now. So I want it to last a little bit longer, but the show is just really cracking me up.
Yeah, you turned me on to both Sisters, which I watched an episode, and Boondocks. Hilarious. So comedy gold, seriously.
Uncle Ruckus is he's a gem.
So funny. Yeah. And just what I need in a show right now.
Yeah.
It's just been really tough for me. Outside of the things that you've recommended, I haven't explored any new shows on my own because I've just been devouring audiobooks and podcasts. So on our favorite podcast episode that we recorded way back when, I was saying that the Dave Ramsey Show is one of my favorite podcasts. I had kind of gotten out of listening to it because there was just introduction of new personalities and things like that. And I really just wanted I feel like Dave just went on vacation for quite a while and had
Yeah.
these people subbing in for
Y'all
him.
got that.
Yeah, and I wasn't into it anymore because he's very knowledgeable on. He just has that financial knowledge that I need outside of his program that he talks about.
Right.
He can just answer just general finance questions about,
And he created it. So
Yeah.
when other people are saying the same thing, it just feels like, well, why can't I get it from the horse's mouth?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt about it.
I feel like if someone has specific questions on retirement accounts or probate things or wills, he just does the math in his head. And
Yeah.
if you start now, you can say no one else can do that, and that's why I listen to the show. Anyway, they've updated the thumbnail so I can actually see what shows he's on. So I've been able to go through and pick and choose and watch those episodes. So trying to manage that, trying to make sure I'm keeping up with your Ham Right podcast and some of the other podcasts that I listen to. It's just been really tough to sit and watch anything, but I've been sneaking in the Boondocks, little tidbits when and where I can, because this just brings so much joy.
It's so good.
Funny.
I regret not watching it early on because I mean it doesn't really matter, I guess, when, but just knowing that this little nugget was sitting there all this time, and
story of my life.
So
I feel like my whole MO is to find stuff after it's not popular anymore and then start raving about it. And like, yeah, but where you been though? Because that's been out.
Yeah, because like I said, even Sisters is not new, but it's new to me. Mm-hmm. So, but they did come out with a new season not too long ago, so I guess it's still running. I thought it was done with, so that's good to know.
And you still have to start Divorce Sisters too, right? Because that's a whole different.
Yeah, Sisters, Divorce Sisters, and there's another one.
Oh.
But I think Divorce Sisters is like a completely different cast. I don't remember what the one in between is. I did watch I think it's a K-drama show.
Okay.
It's called S-Line. It was really good.
Is it on Netflix? So
no.
Netflix isn't the only one that, why would they be? But I guess when I hear K-dramas, I immediately think of Netflix. But I suppose Hulu, like everywhere has them, right?
I guess so. Okay. I don't watch all of them on all platforms.
Oh, okay.
Not like, it depends on what I'm trying to watch, where I go to watch it. Like this, I found like on the internet. It wasn't on any streaming platform that I have.
Ames is heavy on them on Netflix, so I just assumed that
Netflix does have a lot.
Okay.
But other people are starting to catch up. It's a very interesting concept because however many people you've been active with intimately, for every person you are intimately involved with, you have a red line that comes out of the top of your head, but only certain people can see them. So it was very interesting when you think of the concept of, like, because that's usually something that only you would know unless you told somebody. So I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody who may want to watch it, but there's something that happens at the end, and it's kind of mind-blowing, and it's a very interesting concept. Because secrets are revealed. Because the thing is, it not only shoots up from your head, but it also then connects to the person. So, if, like, let's say there's a situation where we're friends. So I have lines coming up, you may have like a couple lines coming up, and then, your husband comes in, and now all of a sudden we both have a line that's going to this person.
Oh, that's messy.
So it was cute. And then I've just been catching up on some of my anime shows, like periodically, but not, every day, because there's only so much time.
Gotcha. But okay. Yeah. Well, I just mentioned that I've been listening to a bunch of stuff, so I'll get into that. But do you have anything on your current TBR list, things that you're trying to read, like outside of what we discussed on the podcast?
Yeah, I do. I'll just give the names if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want to look them up, you can look them up. We'll list them down below.
I'm gonna eat.
So the first thing on my TBR is Legendborn, and this is fantasy contemporary fiction. And then I
like the title.
Yeah, based on the cover art, it's giving like, I don't know.
I'm very much judged by a title and cover. I said what I said.
I kind of do too. The next one is Beautiful Broken Love. So this is family life, contemporary. I think it's got, so it says highly rated by listeners for emotional depth, beautiful healing journey, exceptional narration, realistic grief portrayal, captivating love story. It's supposed to be really good. I'm excited about that one. Another one is Where Sleeping Girls Lie. So this says unpredictable twists, captivating mystery, complex characters, death and dying, difficult situations, LGBTQ. Wayward. This is like under the witchy category. Okay. This is like all over TikTok. It's supposed to be phenomenal.
That's probably where I heard it. I know I heard that somewhere.
Fiction, magic, witchcraft, and strong female characters, interwoven storylines, powerful generational connections.
So, since Tima turned me on to ACOTAR, I am fully in my fantasy bag.
Yeah, you're like in it.
I am way down. I have jumped off the cliff and I'm just sailing at this point to whatever. So I keep getting into these series. And maybe that's the thing with fantasy. Seems like it's kind of difficult to just a standalone book. A lot of the ones I'm getting into personally happen to be series. So I started one called The Crowns of Nyaxia. And it's basically like about a girl who is rescued by a vampire. This vampire happens to be the king of a major vampire house, and he raises her. But basically, she's a constant target for all vampires because
she's not a vampire.
She's not a vampire herself. So, she's brought up with this guy, and he trains her to enter this thing called the Kajari, which is this tournament. And basically one of the rewards that she can basically get whatever she wants. A god is going to come. It's I don't want to say too much. It's very intriguing though, very interesting. It's a romantasy, so she has a love interest, and gods play a major role in what the mortals have going on. They just kind of, people call to them and they come down periodically and do a little something and then go back up, and so it's very intriguing. There's another series called The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And that one is very interesting because it brings up a lot of fantasy is just fantasy. It's often its own thing. This one is fantasy, but it also brings up stuff like going to Starbucks and going to the mall. And so it really brings in present time human things versus that. So,
So you're currently reading that one too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Just finished Fourth Wing, which we will be discussing coming up here. Stay tuned. And I started Iron Flame. Okay. So I'm involved in that series too. So a lot of fantasy going on right now.
Yeah, you are good stuff. In it.
Yeah. And I was telling you too, I think as far as something to watch, I want to try an episode of GOT, Game of Thrones.
Cool.
I'm way past the thing, but if y'all recall, I was very much like, dragon? No thanks.
Yeah. Like, I just heard there was like, somebody mentioned a talking dragon, and I was like, no thanks.
No good. I'm good on that. So yeah, the floodgates have opened, and this is a very exciting time for me. Yeah,
that's the point of book club.
It is. So it's good stuff. So
that's awesome.
That's on my TBR, and I'm constantly going on TikTok and trying to find other things. I love that I don't have a specific genre, and that in itself is fine, because if I'm feeling like this day, here's what I want. If I feel like I need a little something else, I grab some of that too. What about your kids? Are they reading anything?
My kids have really been into their manga. My daughter is trying to build her Jujutsu Kaisen book collection, manga collection.
Nice.
My son started reading Death Note and Attack on Titan. Attack on Titans? Something like that. And he's always like Dragon Ball Z forever.
Yeah.
So they've been reading that a lot. So my daughter read this book, I think it's called Shadow House, or it's like in a collection. Like there's more than one story. But it was actually really good for it to be like a youth book. And it was a little spooky.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good. It was has multiple POVs of these kids who are all in different parts of the world, and they're kind of tricked into going to this house that is kind of trying to hold them hostage
Oh,
for whatever reason, because there's like, it's got like ghosts and stuff, and it's a
okay.
little on the spooky side.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a really good book. Even like I enjoyed it.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's about it. What about your kids?
Nothing in particular, just this and that. They have so many books that we're trying. They're having another book fair coming up, so trying to rifle through those books. You've been gracious enough to donate some books. I've gotten some books from others too, and basically going through their bookshelf stuff that we haven't read yet. They really like the series. I think it's called The Weird School. It's a bunch of books that you gave to me, actually.
With like weird teachers and things like that.
Yeah, like Miss Frazee is lazy or Mr. Yeah, so they enjoy that. And they're chapter books and they're getting older to where, less pictures, more words. So I'm trying to make that transition with them too and use your mind to, read the words and picture something in your mind, use your imagination versus seeing the picture. So that's been fun. I'm considering starting Harry Potter with them.
That's awesome.
Because I really want to read Harry Potter, but also they fall asleep during story time a lot still. So I don't know how far we'll get with that, but it's on the horizon.
That's cool.
I don't know if that's something I would watch the movies with them first, because we did, I think it was a Sorcerer's Stone. And I don't even know if it was the first one that we watched, but I said I wanted to learn more about Harry Potter. Let's try it out. Super long movie. We didn't make it through the whole thing, so we got to start over again. But they were intrigued with the movie, so
yeah,
we'll start.
I love everything Harry Potter, as you already know.
I know. Huge fan.
Yeah, I love it. And even if you didn't start there, because those books are like really thick. Yes. I mentioned to you the Spiderwick Chronicles. Super awesome.
That's on my list too.
And then also, what's the one that I told you about? Percy Jackson.
Yes.
That's a really good series too. Especially it's like male lead character going on all these different adventures with his friends and stuff like that. So I think those are good options too.
I think we'll probably start
without
with the
being
Percy
like
Jackson. That sounds
thick,
like
big books with a lot of like Harry Potter is just like, I could see like a little kid falling asleep to that very easily. Even my kids would just be like, wah, after a while. But it's still a good read.
Right, absolutely.
Regardless.
Yeah. So now that I'm in this bag, I'm finding all these things where, there's just so much stuff out there. It's too much stuff to read and not enough time. So I'm building up my library. All the books I've been reading that I'm liking, I'm starting to purchase those, because that's like my new biggest project, is building my own personal library. But I only want books in there that I would reread again or recommend to someone else. So there's a lot of things that I'm reading. I'm like, oh, that was good, but I don't think I need to go there again.
Yeah.
Those I'm not going to buy, because I think I told you I used to just buy books and then I'll get halfway through it and like,
don't like it.
DNR it. I don't want to do this. So why spend money on something unless I'm sure that I'm going to like it and recommend it? So it's a slow burn, but it's coming along.
So are there any books on your list that you have recently DNR'd, or you kind of like reader beware?
Before I really started getting into reading, I would DNR something and just not, really only the books that I've already purchased, to where I'm like, I'll go back if I ever decide that I want to reread this again. But anything that I rent from the library on Libby, even if I'm not into it, I'll finish it just because I want to see it through. Now, if it's part of a series, I'm not going to keep going through a series if I didn't like the first book in a series. But anything that I didn't really like, no. But I intentionally pick out books that I've seen on TikTok or that people recommend, or so maybe I'm kind of cheating in a way that I'm only really picking books that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to like or be interested in.
Yeah, same.
Like, I'm picking out stuff that's 4 stars or more, people raved about, had really strong feelings about. There is one book that I will not read, and that's A Little Life, because that has broken people I've seen on TikTok. It's a lot of trigger warnings, a lot of
like bad situations,
giving kind of the worst situation that you've ever seen on SVU and tracking this person throughout life.
Oh, okay.
And things are still happening too.
Oh.
So
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and it may be your cup of tea. I don't know. It just sounds like something that would stick with me for a really long time, and that's the mark of a good book, right? But when I'm watching people cry their eyes out and they're only a few chapters in, and other people are commenting, you haven't even gotten to the worst part. I don't need that in my life. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah.
This hasn't even come across on my thing.
I'll show you some. Kira did one, and she was just.
She cries a lot, though.
She does, but
she's a water bag.
Other people were too. So. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I do the same. Like I've gotten better at doing recon for the books that I'm going to read, and I try to pick people who I know their tastes kind of align with mine, because there's some books where, you know, it sounds really good where somebody's like, oh my god, this book is super great, and then I look up the book and it's like a romance novel, and I know that's really not my taste. So then, you know, when you start recommending other things, I'm like, you know.
I have to find people that have already reviewed books that I've read to get their take on it. And then if I see other people that are aligned with that, like The Women, Razorblade Tears, there's been some books that I've really enjoyed that I've gotten off of social media. So thank you guys. You're doing your job by sharing. Amazing. For sure. This is a little off topic, but I forgot to mention this during the tea. So, you know, every now and again we share new products or things that we're trying. This is something that has been out for some time, but I finally used it. Barkeeper's Friend. Have you ever used it before?
It sounds familiar.
It's a cleaning agent. It comes in different forms, but this kind of looks like, what is it, Ajax? How it's in the tube and it has the dots on the top and it's this powder that you sprinkle on things. I think they have a liquid form too. Yeah. Okay. There's different types, but girl, cleans the bottom of pans. You got to use some elbow grease, but rims on cars, just really, really good cleaning agent. It does everything that people says it will do. So yeah.
Interesting. What did you use it for?
The bottoms of my pans that were like brown, and I wanted to get it off. And yeah, you just wet it, sprinkle some of that stuff on there, let it sit, kind of make like a little paste, and then put some elbow grease on it, and impressive. Yeah.
Okay. I'm always in the mood for a good cleaning product.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Barkeeper's Friend.
Awesome.
Throwing it out there.
All right, besties. Well, thank you so much for joining us for tea time.
Yeah.
Let us know down below some of the things you're watching. If you have any recommendations for things that we can watch, we're always in the market. And yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out.
See you next week.
Bye.